Hello.
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
I accidentally just posted the link to my post to you, Murad, in Telegram instead of the main chat. I'm doing it now though.
I just retweeted.
Perfect.
I just retweeted the thing you sent me.
Okay, good. That worked out.
Awesome.
How's it going, everyone? We got Saucy, we got Chang, we got Ilya. So many people. 23 already. That's great. But yeah, we're happy to have you on, Murad, for sure. How you been doing, man?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Sweet.
Really
Have you watched the show at all, or are you familiar with how we do things?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh.
Watched several episodes.
We're a little less high tech than the flip the stock market crew, and a little less IQ normally too. But we have a
I
good
think
time.
it's the high EQ, which is what matters.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Well, in the AI world, it definitely will be that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of that's like one of the pillars of our thesis, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I actually saw this interview with Jensen. I can't say his last name very well. The NVIDIA CEO. He was saying somebody was asking him basically what it means to be a human, and they were talking about intelligence, and he's like, I'm not sure intelligence has anything to do with a human, and if you believe that, then you're going to have issues pretty soon, essentially. Like, he was basically saying you have to separate the two. Intelligence is just, he was talking at it as if it's a commodity, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, I think he's implying that intelligence isn't necessarily or exclusively a human domain. And obviously he believes in the fact that we're months away from computers doing intelligence better than humans, which means that humans are going to have what I believe in many cases like a crisis of worthlessness, right? Because even I'm not even talking about the juniors, right? Even like the senior, super like extremely talented engineers in San Francisco, they're already writing a lot of blog posts about how computers are increasingly better than them, not at like tiny individual tasks, but like multi-day, multi-week type projects and runs, right? And essentially, with every passing week, more and more people are going to feel these things, right? Obviously, with robotics, that's even going to flood into the physical world as well, right? So essentially, humans will have to find value, find meaning, find identity in something else. And obviously, we've already been speaking about these things for the past 2-3 years, but of course it bears repeating, because I always say that for people that have been in the SPX 6900 movement, or just speaking about these topics in general, you're talking about it for 2 years, 3 years, and to you, like to us, for example, a lot of these things might seem like repetitive, but we need to always remind ourselves every day that 99.999% of people haven't really started thinking about these things. 99% of people haven't heard about SPX 6900, and I genuinely believe we're still like we're still so early. We're still so early to more people realizing this, thinking about these things, looking for sort of alternative vessels of belief, if you can, right? If you may, right? And I think we're gonna essentially be staring at this tsunami, right? And I think we're staring at it as it's just beginning to rise.
Yeah, that makes
do you still feel that way about Bitcoin? Like because obviously, I mean, there are obviously a bunch of people that know about Bitcoin, but you've been, a proponent of Bitcoin for I don't know how many years, like a decade or something around there, maybe more. But do you still run into that a lot, where you feel like people still don't even know much about Bitcoin, and that you feel like did you go through a similar process like with Bitcoin and kind of nearing that?
Yeah. So I'm definitely still a big Bitcoin believer, and I still believe that it will eventually become like the world's dominant sort of neo gold, the base money of the future, and kind of the foundation, right?
Yeah.
However, I think but what it is has changed quite a lot since, call it 2013, 2014, whereby I think back then it was much more aligned with sort of both cypherpunk culture, but it was also aligned with it being the vehicle of financial freedom for people, in the sense that relatively rapid 100x, 1000x, whatever you want to call it, gains were still sort of available in a relatively compressed, say, medium term period, right? That was still ahead. Now, from a financial slash liquidity slash risk reward point of view, Bitcoin today is in a slightly different place because of where it because it has matured. Right now, I would argue it is more useful for somebody with like 100 million to or a billion even, or an institution or a government to diversify, rather than it being a quote unquote escape vessel for anyone in the bottom 99%, right? Let's be real.
Right.
Because even though even though it might still have 100x in the tank, that's probably going to take more than one cycle, more than maybe even 2-3 cycles.
Right. The time
that's
horizon has totally shifted.
That's just the way it is, because it has to do with who are the next wave of buyers, and the next wave of buyers essentially have to be sovereign wealth funds and like gigantic institutions, right? And I think they are more conservative. They take many years to make a decision, and that kind of adoption will probably require something breaking in the traditional financial system for that to accelerate at a global scale, right? Now, I think I've always said, and I think I've tweeted this several times, but essentially every as long as I've been in crypto, and it's been over 10 years by now, almost every single week I ask myself, okay, what is today like what BTC was in 2012, right?
Sure.
What is today like what Ethereum was in 2015, right? 2016. And you know, the initial impulse is, oh, it's going to be like another blockchain or another store of value candidate or another like smart contracts platform, right? And that's why you had so many of these. It's essentially like the very basic logic is, oh, we're just going to build something that is like just like that, but just a little bit different, or another sort of similar thing, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but by definition, the things with the highest return potential, they have to be weird. They have to sound crazy. They have to sound like a complete joke. They have to sound impossible. They have to sound delusional. They have to sound like something from a mental asylum, like a person is talking about, right? And I think even more so than Bitcoin in 2013, 2014, I think you even have to look at it more like a Bitcoin in 2010 type perspective, right? And back then, it was like literally people with like, you know, tinfoil hats, aluminum foil in their basement, like super long gray beards. That's the kind of like early level that you want to be. You know what I mean? And I think what I love about SPX 6900 is, you know, the thing is that no matter how adamant you are of a Bitcoin maximalist, the fact of the matter is there's just going to be like other movements and other opportunities in the crypto markets, other sort of vessels of liquidity, whether you like it or not, right? And I mean, the fact that we've seen, you know, Dogecoin rise, Chainlink rise, you know, SHIB rise, Ethereum rise is proof of this, and it's going to continue happening, right? So now your question should be, what's going to be the next thing, right? And essentially, you could argue that Ethereum was like say a 3x improvement over Bitcoin, just if we only look at the smart contract element of it, right? You could argue that, okay, Solana was like maybe a 2x improvement over Ethereum or whatever, right? All things considered. But then it's like, once we're at a point where like the slightly smarter or slightly faster blockchain platform or slightly better, utility token platform, whatever, that's not going to be a 10x improvement anymore, right? We're flirting with the limit of physics. So that next thing, like that next 2010 Bitcoin, I think it has to be something else altogether, right? It has to be something completely different. And with a mission as ambitious as SPX 6900, I mean, as soon as I've seen it in 2023, but especially when I've started kind of looking at it again and again in 2024, I was like, okay, I can see this going absolutely global, viral. Why? Because it is essentially, it is Dogecoin, but actually with a mission, right? It is GME, but it's actually decentralized. It's like XRP with its cultiness, but it's not retarded. You know what I mean? And it's something.
Wait. It's self-aware of its retardation, not actually retarded.
Right. I think SPX 6900. It takes all of the greatest coins and all of the greatest attempts at a movement, and it like combines all of these things, and it improves on the weaknesses of each. Right. It is like Bitcoin, but it's not $2 trillion at the moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's one angle. The other angle that is very important is like kind of like the emotional or like the critique side of all of this. At its core, both Bitcoin and SPX 6900, you can argue, are forms of tokenized critique. Essentially, it's people ascribing value to a certain statement, to a certain belief system, to a certain ideology, I would even say. And obviously, the bigger the market cap gets, the louder this message is going to go out there. And effectively, what we're doing is we're kind of voting with our money for a certain idea. And I believe that, the idea of flipping the stock market is going to resonate with a lot of people. Why? Because actually, if you think about it, if SPX 60, or should I rather say when SPX 6900 flips the stock market, if you actually think about what it means mathematically, is that it means it's actually going to absorb half of it. Because if SPX 500 is at, call it 60 trillion, very crudely speaking, assuming no future nominal growth, then at the moment of the actual flipping, SPX 6900 is going to be at 30 trillion, right? They're both going to be at 30 trillion. And if you actually think about what this is if SPX 6900 succeeds, it effectively represents a 50% one-time tax on the wealth that is parked in the stock market. And despite myself sort of leaning more towards the libertarian, I would even say right libertarian, all throughout my life, I really love how this is very bipartisan, I would say. And it's something that can appeal to all kinds of demographics, all kinds of ages, all kinds of people on the political spectrum, because we're using sort of right-leaning technology, but it's kind of wrapped in like a left-leaning mission. And as ardent of a capitalist as I have always been since teenage years, I think the world is approaching a point where the markets for everything are just becoming so winner take all that people's spirits are being crushed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to show this comment real quick. It's related to that. My algorithm is full of videos of Gen Z kids talking about how they have no hope in the job market and how their generation lacks meaning. I think that kind of goes along with what you're saying.
That's exactly right. And I actually was telling one of my friends today, I was like, what people actually want is, it's not so much like a lot of money or high salary. That's not even what they want. They want a hope. They want a positive hope for the future, right? They want a positive, like you want to have a belief that, let's say 5 years from now, your life is going to be better. That's kind of, I think that's given like the chemistry of the human brain, that's like generally what a human wants.
Yeah.
And I think, this is a whole separate topic, but I think like one of the reasons why a lot of people in their 20s and 30s right now aren't like having kids and aren't starting families, aren't in relationships, is because that part of their spirituality is essentially like crushed. And a lot of people, they have a great uncertainty about the future. They sense they can't even if they can't explain it and put it in words, they can sense that, things are becoming so much more competitive than ever before, so much more globalized than ever before. And as I've said earlier, so like every single market in the world is rapidly going from winner take most to winner take all. And every one of these trends is going to accelerate even more in the next 3-4 years. And AI is going to take it to a whole nother level. And then AGI, strong AGI, is going to take it to a whole nother level after that. And more and more people are going to be realizing this, talking about this. And, SPX 6900, like if you actually look at SPX 500, I think in the coming years, it's effectively going to become synonymous with AI because, tech companies as percentage of the SPX 500 market cap, that has been climbing steadily over the past 20 years, and that's going to continue. If AI becomes what we think it's going to become, there's going to be some kind of a counter reaction to this, and SPX 6900, it is such a perfect product market fit for the current zeitgeist. It is the perfect, it is not a byproduct, it is a necessity. It is a necessity of the current age.
Yeah, well, like I think exactly what you said about the S&P 500 increasingly is going to like start representing AI as a whole. And we've already seen the kind of like hyper centralization of the S&P 500, where you have, a very few amount of companies there making up the bulk of the index. And then we've seen AI, replacing jobs already in Amazon, Google, Block, all these companies, and it's only just starting. And that's going to continue. And then, like you said, robotics and AGI, which, by the way, I think, what's his name? Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say, I don't know if you guys know, did he say that they have already achieved AGI, or he alluded to it?
I thought that was the Claude CEO, the Claude guy. It might have been Jensen. One of them said it. Yeah, or it might have been both of them.
They maybe alluded to already having achieved AGI.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if that's real or not. It's hard to keep up with the developments of things because so much happens in such a short amount of time.
Oh yeah, Chang says you're right. Jensen did say that. You're right. I just agree with Chang.
Well, that's crazy too.
But that's his opinion too. And also, like, what's the definition of it? I feel like it's that's a moving target too.
I think a lot of these CEOs, they're just saying the things for the sake of keeping the stock market price afloat. In the case of public company, and in the case of private companies, they're always doing fundraisings, and they need to seduce sort of the biggest investors in the world that are probably not even technical. And so they need sort of these headlines to get out there in order to raise these gigantic $10 billion plus financing rounds. And for that, you need there's essentially mimetics. That's what it is. They're trying to, AGI is a meme that they're juicing like a cow in order to get, Japanese and Middle Eastern dollars to finance their Series G rounds and all that,
Yeah, the Claude guy, Cal mentions this, the Claude CEO doing fear mongering. Yeah, you're right. He was saying, everybody's going to lose their job in like a year, basically. Is what he said. And I think that is, it's
what a lot of these companies are going to do is even long before actual AGI, what they're going to do is they're going to just fire a bunch of people, and then they're going to say that it's because of AI, even though it's not. They actually just need to fire a lot of people. And actually, the stock market really likes firings.
Yeah.
There's even I really watched a great sort of video on YouTube. Excuse me. And it said that the firings are actually a product. And so what a lot of these large tech companies do is they deliberately overhire in order to have those people not work at their competitors. And then what it also allows them to do is strategically fire whenever they need to pump their stock market as well,
Sure.
their stock price as well, right? So like on one hand, AI is actually going to lead to a lot of technical innovation whereby a lot of people will become redundant, but it's also going to be used as a sort of scapegoat and as a sort of excuse to also fire a lot of people as well, right? So it's kind of goes both ways.
Yeah. I wrote down the other day, I was thinking about it, and I like the way that, because I had listened to your interview, I think, with Chad, and that's probably what got it going in my head. But like, I think SPX 6900 is increasingly, as the S&P 500 increasingly becomes associated with AI and like a clear kind of representation of profit and greed over like human value. I think SPX is going to like continue being like represented as this like human affirming asset. It's like going to increasingly become kind of like what you said about EQ, almost this like emotional association with, hey, this ideology that humans still have value, and that our economy should still involve that as a baseline, that like humans still have value, we have worth to contribute, and it not be, yeah, this, I don't know, utopian hellhole.
The other thing we need to consider is AI will also make mass surveillance like 1,000 times more powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
And couple that with the fact that I think Gen Z and millennials, I would argue even the unemployed ones, are just too comfortable. And I would also argue just like less passionate and a bit more like low T than previous generations. They don't want to do anything too crazy. So I think they would rather sort of protest against the system in a slightly more passive aggressive way, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is also fits the kind of the zeitgeist perfectly as well. If you kind of know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did want to ask a question about the. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Slow, before I
No.
switch gears a bit?
You go for it. You go for it.
One of the current things happening in the world, and I'm really curious about what your thoughts are on it. Are the Iran war? What do you make of that?
Oh, I can't speak. If I speak, I'm in big. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
It's okay. It's okay.
I
mean, you might piss a few people off, but
boy, hey, if you feel put on the spot now, just wait till you get to my questions later. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I think because of the race for AI dominance, I think we're going to be seeing more war and more conflict overall in the next 5, 10, 15 years. Why? Because the race for AI is increasingly becoming about resources, energy, geopolitics, and the actual physical reality. And this actually accelerates, I would say, shamelessness and imperialism on behalf of all nations, because if AI and the race for AI wasn't something that would be looming on the horizon, then the wars could be a little bit more dispersed across time. However, with that becoming sort of a life and death thing, obviously, like whichever of the two axes gets to AGI or strong AI, whatever you want to call it, first, is going to rule Earth for the next 1,000 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
And I think the elites understand this. And so the plans that would have started 7, 8 years from now, they have to get started right now, right?
Right.
And they have to be put in place a little bit faster. And I think that's ultimately what's happening.
So it's just a power brokering, elite shuffling event. Is that what you're saying?
Well, Iran supplies a lot of oil to China, and also supplies Russia with some stuff as well. So I think the West has interest to put a stop to that. And at the end of the day, if you study like the history of almost any war, 85% of the time it's going to be about resources of one kind or another. Because I mean, let's be real, like 3/4 of what we call the economy is completely fake. It's not even real. It's just moving numbers around, emails around. But natural resources are real. It's one of the few things that are actually real. And increasingly, resources, they are the bottleneck in the AI race. And so I think that is what's causing the countries to be quite sort of accelerate their plans, so to speak. But it is quite interesting that the West at least used to pretend that it's about democracy, it's about helping people out of oppression, but at this point it's like we live in a mask-off world where the leaders
Venezuela was the least bullshit one. It's
they're
we're
not
taking
even
their shit.
pretending.
There you go.
They're not even pretending anymore.
Yeah.
It's like no one even cares. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I was very curious about your opinion on that. I do want to ask if anybody in the audience has questions, please ask those, and I will try to get those if you have good questions. But so, did you have something to add?
Sort of, maybe just as like to tack off of that. So like speaking of resources, this is something that Dubbing and Patrick brought up recently, which was basically talking about having discussions around what are like future developments that the community can be talking about, can be working on, things that I think revolve around, okay, if there's a large group of people who are writing an SPX and there is this some degree of transference of wealth, there's now that group of people now has a lot more resources to kind of think about trying to do things, and we're seeing a lot of that now already. I mean, we're having the conferences that people are donating money to, spending their time organizing, things like that. And I know some people have brought up ideas of like just starting to have barbecues where they're inviting their neighbors to their house and like talking about SPX and like doing presentations, or more IRL meetups, things like that. I'm kind of just curious if you've had any thoughts about I guess just that in general. Like, what are if there's a 50% tax, right, on the S&P 500, and like, what's the best way, or just ways that you've thought of that are, if that's step one, what's step two? What's like the next? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a great question. The way I see SPX 6900, it's kind of like a giant flywheel with 13, 14 steps. I'm actually kind of working on that infographic right now. But essentially, the step number one is, and that's where it all starts, it's kind of like a massively inspiring mission. And then the step number two is like mimetics, which resonate. It's like persist forever culture. It's stop trading and believe in something culture, no chart culture, like a mission which makes sense, etc. Then as number three, you have kind of like real belief, faith, strong community, the DCA culture, and a general trend towards kind of a low dopamine, low cortisol type behavior, right? Sure. And then number four, and I think like this is what you're implying, is you continue recruiting people, you continue growing the community, you continue kind of finding creative ways to put it in front of more people's eyeballs, right? And then because of all the 4 or 5 steps so far, and I think generally you like we've already seen it like during the past 2-3 drawdowns. You generally have like less dumping during downturns. And when I say that, I mean like when everything drops by 99%, we drop by 70%, 75% or whatever, right? And it might not seem like a big difference on the downturns, but I think that whenever kind of like upswings come, it's going to be like a orders of magnitude difference on the way up as well. That's what I believe. And then like again, that step number 5 is like smaller drawdowns during drawdowns, right? And then number 6, it's because of this culture, you have constricted supply, and you have kind of we're constantly maximizing diamond handedness. We're constantly encouraging each other to not just DCA, but to kind of like hoard it, right? And to make all the markets out there like more illiquid deliberately. And I actually think this is like the most powerful thing we've achieved so far. And I think it will pay incredible dividends once essentially BTC goes up, right? Then number 7, essentially you don't just like, you believe, but you also have evidence that this belief is strengthening, right? And this is essentially all of like the metrics people talk about and how they're constantly like getting more squeezed and tighter and stronger and better. And you have essentially the goal is to maximize the supply that like didn't move over 90 days, for example. And at the same time, you minimize the supply that has moved in under 15 days, right? So essentially you want to maximize hoarding and you want to minimize like actual supply available, right? And you have proof of, and this is essentially just like the autistic way of saying that belief is becoming stronger. And then it's like number 8 is what you actually do by maximizing the squeeze that Matt Beck always talks about is whenever any kind of future demand comes in the future, you actually maximize its impact, you know? Essentially the tighter the squeeze, the stronger the impact of any future $1 of demand is going to be. You know what I mean? And essentially when they think of it this way, right? When let's say when 50% of the supply is hoarded, $1 is going to move you by X, right? But when 90% of the 93% of the supply is hoarded, then that $1 of demand is going to move you up by like 2x, 3x, 4x. You know what I mean? And that's I think that's essentially that's what's slowly cooking behind the scenes right now. That's what I believe. And then essentially like this means that it's going to be bigger spikes than other coins when the demand does come in, right? And then I think number 10 is when reflexivity kicks in. You know, few people sell as price is going up due to A, internally relatively strong culture, and 2, the fact that price is actually finally going up. Now that it's finally going up, well, it's pointless to sell it now at that point. Now, finally, you've survived all of this up until now, right? And then number 12, number 13 is kind of multi-day, multi-week, multi-month parabolic price action. And this is honestly the most important thing, in my opinion, because when it comes to crypto and when it comes to the interaction between crypto and kind of like the rest of the world or normies or whatever you want to call it, green candles are the best marketing. That's just always going to be the case. That's just the whole point of tokenizing. That's like the whole point of tokenizing things. And then you kind of have like the last step, which is, you know, new people join, community becomes stronger, community becomes bigger, we're even closer to critical mass, and ultimately you have increased probability of the mission being accomplished, which is flipping the stock market. And then essentially you go back into step number 1, which is the massively inspiring mission. And this is from a point of view of a person that's seeing SPX 6900 for the first time and is entering into the fray. And the way crypto works is, by definition, 70-80% of people learn about things when things are going up, you know, when things are green candles, when things are bullish, right? Now, coming back to your question more directly, it's kind of like half and half, or maybe even 70-30. Well, one half is just the way crypto works. We need to wait for BTC and ETH to go up. And all of the other past altcoin seasons have started like this. That's just the way it happened the last 4 or 5 times, and it's going to happen again. The other 30-40%, and that's kind of like, you could argue outside of our control, but then you could argue the 30% that is within our control is, and now I'm finally going to answer your question, is I think the most important thing is for us to come up with creative ways and cost-effective ways to get this in front of more people. That's the most important thing, right?
Sure.
Now, my opinion is, I'm a huge fan of what people like Vasily have been doing on YouTube. I'm a huge fan of kind of like some of the shorts that Ibn Nazir has been doing as well.
Mhm.
I think, like, honestly, I think if we get just 20 people like this, 30 people like this, constantly making at least a weekly video, talking about SPX on from a different angle, I think that's it. I think that's game. So essentially,
Yeah.
to answer your question even further, and this is me speaking to the audience as well. This is also what I've tried doing so far with the videos that I've been making so far as well. I think we live in a videocracy, right? Not just with short form, not just with TikTok and Instagram. I think specifically for SPX, I think medium term format is best, and that's something like 1 minute to 7 minute. I think in that range, I think that's the sweet spot. So to answer your question, I think we as a community should encourage more medium term, well, short form and medium form video. And I think if we just have 20 to 30 people cranking out at least a decent quality weekly video, I think that's like the highest ROI, because the way the current youths live their lives is they spend 8 hours plus per day on their phone. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And so we need to be mindful of that. And just the way technology has essentially made it so that people spend way more time staring at a screen than they do even talking to other people, and that's going to continue increasing even more. So essentially, I think video and trying to go viral or mini viral or at least consistent on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever there are video. That's I think that's the high, like, out of everything, out of all the 20 different marketing techniques or tricks or whatever. I think going hard on video, I think, is the highest ROI.
Yeah, I've seen one. I mean, Vastly's definitely good. It's more directly related to SPX, and I mean, but it's also like a different viewpoint and related. But like my channel is 100% SPX, and I don't think all of us doing that will make sense. I think this is more for people who are already here. This channel is
Yeah.
and increasing conviction. The other example I've seen is, I don't know if you heard of him, HIM. He's done like just a gaming channel, just straight up gaming, but he interweaves SPX randomly in some of the videos. He's an Aeon, and he's already hit over 1,000 subscribers. And he did it within like 45 days, which is really good. I still haven't hit 1,000 subscribers, but I think it's because he's got the gaming audience who's watching him. So agreed, like adjacent type stuff that's related, and then just totally unrelated, but you're just an Aeon who could, make random content about whatever you like. And then the community is here to support you to get you started, because we, ran him up to 200 subscribers right away, and he was off and running.
Exactly. And I think also two things I'll say. Imagine when SPX 6900 actually succeeds at a global scale. This means that whenever you do anything after that, you're essentially instantly going to have 20,000 supporters, like supporting whatever it is you're doing, whether it is an artistic pursuit, a video channel, and a social media account, a startup, a business, whatever it is, because there's just going to be so many wealthy Eons running around the world. And I think, it's going to be a good thing, because I think as a collective, they're generally going to be investing and financing like good things or better than average things, in my opinion, in all kinds of different facets. That's one thing. The other thing I'll say is, the great thing about SPX 6900 is it can lend itself to so many different like angles and so many different ways to kind of describe it, and also like so many different things that, in my opinion, it like fixes, right? Like, I mean, if there's no meaning, okay, here you have a mission. If you have no friends, well, here you're going to have friends, right? If you come into it from a more like a sociological, economical, political point of view, well, this is like the coolest thing happening right now, like combining all economics, politics, sociology, combining it all together into a very elegant financialized movement. You know what I mean? And so you can make content, you can make videos, you can make media talking about all of these different things. And what I love about SPX 6900 and it really reminds me of kind of Bitcoin in 2015, is how multidisciplinary, multi-vision, multi-angle it is, right? And and you can sense it in our community. Like we have so many different like people that resonate with one particular, like with a particular aspect. You can tell that that person is into it for a particular aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that, have you seen Mike's new website he just released? The terminal.
The Aeon terminal.
It's so cool.
I just saw it before, like while
I
scrolling
think he
Twitter.
just posted about it like half an hour ago or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it right quick. Yeah, it's just like really cool. You can actually go into the community chat and you can start talking to people. I mean, the people who have signed in, it's just everybody there. Kind of like a it's actually more like a Discord thing. And I think, and then there's a job board and academy, which I mean, and it works like like a old computer kind of, which is cool. And different questions and things, and my profile. The events calendar is really cool because that's our calendar we've been using. So people have been adding different events on there, and you can see those. I don't know. It's really amazing, and I encourage everybody to make an account with it. You can just sign up with X. It's really easy, and I think they're going to make potentially a mobile app too. So that would be even cooler. But anyways, I just think it's sick. What do you think about it, Murad?
Yeah, I love it. It's a huge thing for the community.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think Mike did most of the work, but I think he had some help. I don't know for sure, but insane.
I think it's another step towards what Evil Candy Bar was talking about the other day too, because he just came out with Real Aeon.
That's right. I forgot about that. Daggum, I meant to. Yeah, Real Aeon's wild too.
Too many things being built.
Yeah, it really it is. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
And I know that like he's talked about kind of the threat of being like banned off of social media. You know, like we saw Aeon Reborn just recently lose his X account for a day or two, and we've seen plenty of Aeons get banned out of nowhere before, and there's a lot of like content and stuff that gets lost when that happens. And I know Evil Candy Bars talked about there's not necessarily a good way or a centralized place for kind of everyone to go to. It's all the attention and energy is all kind of like decentralized, right? We're on Reddit and Instagram and YouTube and X and everywhere. And it's kind of cool to see efforts being made to like create our own platforms or our own ways of communicating that's not reliant on these other centralized entities.
And there's also like dubbing and DCA on working on tagging or attempting to tag every single piece of SPX content ever. Not literally, but like based off of how it was labeled, that sort of thing, and then adding it to a stockpile somewhere. I guess putting it somewhere, and then I think the idea is to like build a web front end to access it, and not only just to people to view it, but also for people who are creating new content. They would have stuff they could search on and potentially use it to remix or add it to a video or whatever. Make an edit from an edit. That's the other thing that's cool is I've done that several times too, and other people have too. You could take a piece of content and you could make tons of stuff out of it, as long as you're creative. So being able to see that and seeing it categorized, I think will be sick too, which I think Dubbing's still working on that, but that'll be cool to see as well.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick, Cheng asked, Murad, what would you do if you're on a first date with a girl that's a 10 out of 10 and she farts super loud in the restaurant? How would you respond to something like that?
I mean, we're all human, right?
You just giggle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, I did want to. Okay, have you seen all the memes of you? Are you like familiar with it? I'm assuming you have, right? All the different random memes people have created.
It reminds me. Just one last thing I'll say. It reminds me of a Family Guy episode where that exact thing happens when they're in the bedroom, and Peter's like, "Come on, we're not Italian," or something. It was something like that. That was very fair.
We're not Italian. Anyways, are you familiar with the memes that have been created with your face and different funny things? Okay.
I've seen a few.
You've seen a few. You only seen a few. What do you think of them? What hits your head when you see that? Are you flattered,
Yeah.
or you just laugh at it, or do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, it's neither really. It's just I
Just
just
the thing.
yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
Okay, I want to show you one that Saucy wanted me to show you, and it's probably my personal favorite one of you. Not that one. Here it is. So it's you when you made a TikTok video, so made you fly
Yeah.
through the air.
I saw that. That was like from March. That was like from the summer of 2025.
Yeah.
I made a GIF of it, and actually I'm the one who uploaded it, so anybody can search it on X and use it.
That's hilarious.
This is my
That's
favorite
hilarious.
one personally, but I just think it's hilarious. You flying away.
Here's one someone asked: where's the best place to direct someone to start learning about SPX 6900? Where would
That's
you
a great
send
question.
them?
That's a great
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it is.
I think again, no one wants to read these days. That's just like the way the youths are wired. So the more videos we have on YouTube that are like, you know, these like 10 to 15-minute video, which just like explains everything fully. Like we need to have like we need to have like a dozen of them. I think I made one or two already on YouTube. I think Vasily has made one. There's also like a dozen others as well, made by you know, regular YouTubers also. But again, it comes down to my belief that I think just like flooding the internet with SPX 6900 videos, especially if it's like emotionally charged and focusing on the mission, I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Speaking of your YouTube, when's your next video?
Soon, hopefully very soon.
You're still uploading shorts quite a bit too, right?
I was up until maybe 10 days ago, but
Did
I'm
you
gonna-
were
I'm
like
gonna
uploading
restart it.
like an insane amount for a minute there?
I was for like maybe 9 months straight.
Yeah,
but
it
I'm gonna get back into it with my next YouTube video.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, we'll look forward to that one. I really enjoyed. I think I've watched them all. I thought they were all really good. There was one that you did in particular where you had like this kind of cool edit at the beginning, and it kind of led into it that I thought was particularly good. I don't know, yeah, but they've all been really cool for sure. I do want to show. Oh yeah, this is a crazy goal. Nika is I'm assuming you're probably familiar with him, but he's been creating content and he had a bit of a break. He wants to try, which this sounds a little delusional, I'm not gonna lie. Going to convert majority of my city into Aeons. This will be a tremendous undertaking as I am predominantly introverted, but I want to do something big and I want to document it. So I think he's going to document trying to convert his city into Aeons and make content out of it. I just thought that was really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's an amazing goal, isn't it? Like I think that would be fun to watch. It reminds me, it'll probably end up being kind of like Seb's content, I would imagine. Yeah. Also, I wanted to shout out that you uploaded Arcane's most recent video. That was awesome. Do you talk with Arcane and do y'all kind of arrange it, or is it how does that work?
We don't. I don't arrange it, but we talk just about a bunch of topics. But
Gotcha.
you
And
know,
he's just like, hey, I got a new video. You want to watch it and release it, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think just more people will see it if I post it. You know what I mean? But he's like definitely one of the best, like easily top 3, if not the greatest video maker in the community. So,
Hype's in the chat.
you know,
Just kidding.
You know, I consider myself somewhat autistic, but I'm also self-aware enough to understand that with movements like these, supporting artists is like of extreme importance because ultimately, like their art or their media, at the end of the day, that's kind of like the lifeblood of culture and something that's kind of like the antithesis of the very kind of cold and sterile and surgical modern world, especially of the traditional stock market. You know what I mean? Because you know, all like the reason the reason the postmodern world feels so shitty It's because essentially it's hyper financialized. And what we're doing is effectively we're also using hyper financialization to kind of counter that. You know what I mean? Which is ironic in its own way. But I think art is very important to show, the genuine and the authentic and the organic kind of emotional nature of it all.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, and it's also, I mean, this like where it started was the memes and the art and that creative process, and it's turned into something even bigger. Are you surprised at where it's at now, or did you think it'd be bigger, or what were your expectations, or what did you think would happen by now when you got into it in 2024?
You know, I think as soon as BTC is going to do its next major move, I think SPX 6900 is going to be the biggest outperformer. And I think it's going to be
I didn't even mean it in terms of PA. I meant in terms of community, that aspect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the community growth is going to be very tightly tied to PA, right?
Sure.
Just because, like, if you actually look at BTC, for example, most of people, they join on the wave up. That's just the way it works. If you like put the price chart and then also the spikes in like new users or new members signing up, it's always like spikes on the way up. That's just like the way it is. That's just the way crypto works. And it's worked like that with all the alts as well, because, from a normie's perspective, that's not really looking at any particular coin. All of the altcoins are just like leveraged BTC. That's what they're trying. That's what they like. That's how they see it at first, right?
Yeah.
And so, again, 70% of it is outside of our control in terms of like medium-term PA and kind of community growth. So we should focus on the 30% that we can, which is like building a strong foundation here and right now. And I actually taught this both to Matt Beck and also to Cal, maybe a few weeks ago. I said, I actually want us to spend as much time here as possible, like at this, like in this level, you know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because like the longer we are here, the higher percentage of the supply that's going to go into the hands of like the mega Aeons, because you actually want the supply to be in the hands of people that are not only going to hold for a long time, but they're still not going to sell at 10 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion, whatever. You know what I mean? And that's actually what causes the move to 100 billion plus in the first place. You know what I mean? And I kind of jokingly said that, if we just start going up here with BTC, with SPX, with whatever it is, if we just start going up here, we're going to reach a certain level. But if we spend another 4 or 5 months here or whatever, and then we go up, it's going to go up like 3 times more, right? And I think that's like, it's almost desirable to be here, because at like these like relatively lower prices, the actual squeezing behind the scenes can happen at a faster rate because of the lower per coin price. And so essentially more Aeons can buy and hoard here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you actually saw this with like Doge. It like went sideways, like literally in a very narrow range for like months. And then it literally like went to 100 billion like in a matter of weeks. You know what I mean? And you saw something like on a slightly shorter scale. You saw that with Pepe as well. And it's funny because, I mean, maybe a coincidence, maybe not a coincidence, but, Doge went to like 2 billion, and then it like meandered around like 250 million for months. And then it went to like 90 billion. And then Pepe did the same thing. It went to 2 billion, 1.8 billion, something like that, meandered around like 250 million. And then it went up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And literally the same exact thing is happening with SPX 6900 as well. And I think it's not a coincidence. And I think essentially after this like range here, after this like sideways thing that's happening right now, like this is the time to get in. And I've actually been messaging like my friends and the people I've knew from early on in crypto, like the OGs. I'm telling them to like,
you want to get a little
buy right now, like get in right now. This is
snag at least a little.
Yeah.
I saw Ilya make a big old buyer the other day, or he was yesterday. He picked up 100,000, close to 100,000 coins. So I think it was a big ad for him.
And these guys that are buying 40,000, 100,000 at a time that you're seeing on the timeline, that's like literally the Aeon's hoarding. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yep. I got my dailies on, and whenever I get a little extra cash, I snag a little more. Maddox is a good example. $1,000 a day. I don't know. Slow's got issues. I guess.
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. What's wrong with your camera?
I don't know what happened to my video just now, but just kind of
Okay.
ignore that, I guess.
No problem. See if you can
I'll try to fix it.
Yeah, I know you said you gotta leave in about 5 minutes ish. Anybody in the audience have another question that they would really like to ask Murad? Make sure it's not totally retarded. That'd be helpful.
I have a couple of retarded questions. I'm just trying to get my video to work.
That'll be our backup. There's Aeon Wasi. Yes. Yeah, he was as well. Shout out Wasi. He was an early supporter of my YouTube channel and into the Cognisphere. So really appreciate that. Now he's totally gone. But where do you think you have a question? I'm sorry. When Murad TikTok dance? Soon. Slow, you're back. What questions you got? Slow, can you hear us? Okay. Will you add? Okay, so Evil Candy Bar is asking, Murad, will you add on to my Stop Trading and Believe in Something chain?
On Twitter?
Yep.
Is that on the real Aeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. I think I was confused, Evil Candy. I thought, is it cost money per month? That was what was holding me up. That's what I was a little confused about, but oh, this is a good question. When SPX 6900 digital asset treasury?
Ooh.
Tomorrow, I have the treasury. So, we're good.
Yeah, conversations are being had. I'm actually very happy that we actually got very lucky. Like we didn't do it in November or October, November, because BTC went down by like 55% since.
It wouldn't have been a good start.
That would not have been a good start, you know what I mean? So we actually dodged a bullet with that.
Sweet.
But conversations are being restarted right now.
Sick.
Andy asked what app you would like to see building or being built, I guess.
That's a really good question. I think the guys are building a lot of good things. But to me, there's things that you build for the community, but there's also things that you build for newcomers to see. And I think you can think of the former as kind of supply side, and you can think of the latter as the demand side. And I think our supply side is already insanely strong. And what we actually need is more of a triggering the demand side. So I think the actual important question to be asking is, how do more people see this? I think this is the question that more Aeons should be asking themselves, right? How do more people see this? And and I think answering that question in a creative way, that's the kind of like the best contribution to the Cognisphere you can make, I think.
Right.
Hey, this is a very good question. When are you going to put a girl on? You can't change it. It's too iconic now. Everybody copies it though. It's very confusing. There's so many accounts with your picture.
I actually bought a bunch of them.
Nice.
When I like was getting into SPX in 2024.
Sure.
I think I have like 6 or 7 of them. But maybe at some point. I think right now I'm just like more useful to the Cognisphere with like the brand, like with the brand logo of my own like Murad thing.
Murad brand.
Yeah, it's like you're hurting your own distribution by like switching too many times for me specifically. But yeah.
No, I think it makes total sense. Everybody knows you
Yeah.
by that. It'd be kind of weird at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
We're the people we already.
I like your answer though, and I think the cool part about the decentralized structure of SPX is that anyone can kind of come up with whatever they want, whatever idea that you have, whatever your own, kind of going back to what you said earlier, whatever your niche is, whatever the thing is that you're already doing. There's usually a creative way that you can easily adapt it to be a marketing a marketing thing for SPX for sure.
And like to me it's just such a cool idea that is like perfect for its place and time, and it's almost like nothing can stop an idea whose time has come, type situation. And it's like inevitable to me that it goes to like insane heights. The only question to me is how fast, and that's 70% in the hands of the market and 30% is in our own hands. And I think we should just be putting the foundation right now to just go super hard on everything when BTC sort of quote unquote behaving again.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna ask one more question and then I'll let you get your final thoughts in. Murad, would you love seeing a real studio made, not AI slop, but SPX 6900 Aeon anime?
I think that would be very cool. That's
That'd be
very cool. I'm a big anime fan myself, so
I saw you like rated every single, what was it, some robots show on Netflix. I remember seeing that post. I thought that was kind of wild.
Love, Death, Robots? Is that the one?
Yeah, I love Death Robots. Yeah, that's a great show.
That's a very cool show. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen quite a lot of it. It's really neat.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Do you have any final thoughts before you leave?
Believe in something and persist forever. And I think I think that we're gearing for like a very huge chapter 2, so to speak. So I'm very excited for the weeks and months to come.
Sweet. Thank you, Murad, for joining, man. We'll do it again at some point, for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, have a good one, dude.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
See ya. All right, so if whoever's listening, before you drop off, subscribe. Do it now. We got way more people than normal. Do it now.
Yeah, it was a bummer that Jeffery and Krishna couldn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't even get to say that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Krishna had a family incident, and Jeffery had a Wi-Fi incident.
Apparently the
horrible.
whole like neighborhood lost internet or Wi-Fi or whatever. So
terrible timing.
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, we persist forever.
That's why I reached out to you. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be there, right?"
Are you? Yeah. That was the first thing I saw when I logged into my app, because I hadn't hardly been on most of the day, and I saw you ask, "Are you gonna make it?" And I was like, "Oh no, something's happening."
Just in particular, want to do it by myself, but
yeah.
He needs to throw that ass. What the hell? Who are you talking to? Aeon in control. Oh, dat ass. DAT, Digital Asset Treasury. Got it. Get it.
Yeah, I think hype started.
Khalil, probably for the best. It'd be too much aura for one episode. It's true. Krishna does raise the aura about 6.9 times. So there's that. 11 subs away from 1,000. Thank you, Maddox.
Hey, what's up, Joe? He's in there too. Carlos
Who are you talking about? Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
If you're not a $5 subscriber, don't tell me how you want to flip the stock market. Hey, what are you gonna say? What are you
Joe
gonna
had
say?
spoken.
He was one of my first members, so that was nice.
Really?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
appreciate that, Joe.
Hell yeah. An OG.
Yes, we've almost hit $100 in revenue since June.
Have we?
Not quite.
Holy shit!
We're rich
My
now.
microphone is paid for, dude.
It's not. It doesn't really matter. And I honestly only did it because I thought it was cool that I could add those little. I don't know if you can see the pics that you can do if you're a member, like really weird looking. I don't know if you've seen them.
Oh, yeah.
So you're a
No,
member too, right?
I do know. You know, I'm never actually logged in on YouTube because I'm always just on here in StreamYard. But yeah, I guess if I logged in on YouTube, I would probably be able to.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I put like 5 random memes on there, but I need to put more actually. You can use them as emojis, which are pretty cool. Jay said, new member. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jay said. Thank you.
Joe recognized Joe.
Slow Rogan is the best. I don't know who that is. That might be us two combined now since you're slow.
Well, you're Slow Rogan.
But your
Somehow,
name is slow.
I don't know who actually was it. Monch that came up with Slow Rogan.
Definitely.
That was before I was even involved, though. I think it just
And I posted a meme of what was it, Forrest Gump? Whenever he said it, and then he reached out to me and said, "He's like, I wasn't calling you retarded. I was just making a joke." I'm like, I know.
Slow Rogan is undefeated, man.
I think he thought I was. I didn't take it though. I think he was saying I'm like Joe Rogan, but I'm slower because I'm Southern.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
I think that's the meaning behind it.
He's basically calling you retarded.
I mean, that's okay. I don't mind.
Stream can't end until 1K subs. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Because I've been begging for them for the past week because I'm like right there.
That's true.
I was just like, come on. And I saw him get it, and I'm like, what? It's not fair. But I have a lot of respect for him. He knows what he's doing with the game and stuff. He uploads an absurd amount too. He does like 3 videos a day almost.
I was gonna say he's been putting out a lot of content very consistently. And
very consistently.
It definitely doesn't hurt having the gaming content on there because honestly, streaming and like watching people game is very, very.
He needs to start streaming. That's the thing. Like, because he just uploads clips of him after the fact. I think if he streamed, it'd be like, I think he could really grow it. I think that'd be a good idea, but that's my opinion. Thank you, Hype. I wasn't. You don't have to give me money, but I appreciate it. It'll go for me to get Slow a better camera. First though, we got to get
a better mic. That's what we need first.
Yep, we need to get Jeffery a better mic, and he needs a new camera too. Krishna's already in good shape though, so
true.
So he sold my name.
There was a post on Reddit that Lying Samurai made, and it's titled "My Doubts on SPX 6900," and he listed 3 kind of like concerns that they had, and the first 2 have largely to do with some like technical security and safety.
Who is this?
Lying Samurai is the username.
On
Reddit. Yeah, this is on the SPX Reddit. And the second question also had to do with like the contract's ownership and lack of decentralized safeguards. I don't know what all they're talking about because I'm not like super crypto native.
Can you send me the post?
Sure.
I'll bring it up.
Can I just put it in here?
Wait, in the chat? Yeah, you can. But I can't click it. Wait. Click it. That's not very helpful.
No, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. I can't like get the link.
No, you're good.
Because I don't look at it from YouTube's perspective. I look at it from StreamYard's, and it's not doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Basically, all I was gonna say is if someone with more technical knowledge about how blockchain technology and shit works wants to address that, that'd be great. Because I don't know.
There's a big old post there. Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna pass up the chance to buy like 100 SPX hype. Do I have to shave like on stream? This feels weird.
I don't know if I trust him. I don't think he'll do it.
Yeah. Send it to me first. Send me the money first, bitch.
You gotta send him 100 SPX. I think you need to at least make it 100. Up it up a little bit.
Do it for the content. This feels gay. Yeah, it does. Undy, thank you for being the one to say it, not me.
Fine, I'll send 100 SPX. Hey, there you go. The offer's on the table. There you go. Dude, that would be funny. I'm not gonna lie.
No eye contact though. No. I'm gonna stare right into the camera like the whole time.
It'd be like a mirror. You can look at yourself while you do it. Okay. I'm gonna show this. My doubts on SPX. First of all, I'd like to say, good God, there's so much.
You don't have to read all of this, Chad.
I know, but I'm kind of
you just read those two.
Technical security and safety that SPX 6900 has. I haven't been able to find any audits or analysis of SPX's contract. Oh my God, dude, this is easily debunkable. That part is for sure. About the contract's ownership and lack of decentralized safeguards. Contract uses safe math and ownable, which in my understanding are good practices. It still relies on a single owner who has with full control over. That's not true. It's not true. Okay. The unusual price stability despite massive. The whole market's unstable at the moment.
I answered the third question.
If so many of us are buying SPX daily, who is selling enough to keep the price from traders? And we're getting the unbelievers out. Could the stability be due to whales or market makers intentionally balancing? I'm sure there's some of that going on. That's true with every crypto. Or is it simply a natural balance for the DCA influence and the profit-taking outflows? I'd say it's probably a combo of the two. That's definitely not a red flag. That's just normal. No, I'm not. I shouldn't have been so like offhanded. These are all valid questions, but I think somebody could definitely answer that more in depth. I'm gonna post it real quick on X just to bring about awareness to it.
Yeah. Someone posted about it on X. I don't remember who.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all reasonable, but very debunkable.
Aeon KN started a German podcast.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
On Spotify.
Yep.
If you guys want to listen to that, they're pretty quick. I think they're like 15, or at least the third one that he did was like 15 minutes long.
He's already done a third one?
Yeah, I listened to it. I knew what he said. But
it's all in German, right?
It's all in German.
Yeah, I think that's awesome too. To get German content. It looks like he's got quite a bit of views and people are really watching it, which is great.
Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to look into it much, but it's really cool.
Yup.
That's a federal agent posting in Reddit. Could be. We don't know.
No, they're just making sure things are okay before the government starts allocating. What would Murad do on his first date? Farts really loudly. Chang, you've said a lot of what would he do's.
Chang.
I'm convinced he's LeBron James now. Yeah, Aeon KN does have a husband. He told me that as well. Chang loves hypotheticals. This is true.
I wanted to ask Murad if he was gonna like share a gel cell for 7 days, would he pick Undie or Chang?
Damn. Oh, you should have snuck that one in. Wait, who do we have next week? Next week is Oscar.
Aeon Girl?
No, Aeon Girl's in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Aeon Girl's April
Who's
6th.
next week?
Next week is Azkarai. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Azkarai. Yeah.
Azkarai. He's been around forever, so I've never had him on any show, so that'll be good.
Heard my name.
My name?
Yeah, Undie. Shoot, what was I just about to? Got distracted. Undie distracted me. Bob Lax.
I've got more.
Oh, I won't do podcast. Come on, Undie. You can do the podcast. You can do the podcast. Just, you know. We all know you're a cute girl.
He had a bunch and the softly cheated the bottom. That could be okay. Bob Lax.
Oh, Bob Lax. Oh, yeah.
I do. Okay, I want to show this off too. This is the big one Web3 game. Not really familiar with the game itself, but it's pretty cool. In the game, he made it so where you can trade SPX for. I think the idea is you can trade it with another player for in-game items. I think is the idea. So you could do it like within the game.
Yeah, I think it's that you can use crypto and like I guess specifically SPX in the game for
Stuff.
You know, for doing things with. Yeah, I think you can trade for in-game stuff. I think you can also I think it's also like a PvP game where like you can kill the other player and just take their coins.
That's pretty wild. That is wild if that's true. It's gasless too. Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's gasless. I don't know how that works.
I'm not very familiar with who's creating. I know Hype has talked about it, and User Aeon 1 has talked about it. I think Spacey's mentioned something about it. So you could technically use it like a DEX. Okay,
that's crazy. Cool. Actually, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still working on it. This looks very. I think he hasn't released an alpha yet, but that's cool. We got somebody working on a game that obviously likes SPX, which is cool. So
yeah.
Definitely will support it once it comes out. So, and it looks like he's. I mean, those are like Aeon characters. I don't know if that means you get. I don't think you import them, but I don't really know. I don't know much about it. But let me see if I'm following them. I am not. No, I am. I already did this one.
Yeah, the videos I've seen for it look pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of RuneScape a little bit, which I loved RuneScape.
Yeah. That's still popular, by the way, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Made by Rare Drops, who did a lot of SPX early days. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Hype and Aeon Girl and Lumi, the AI, they're doing a radio show, or you could submit requests and play music and stuff like that. I think, which sounds pretty cool. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time every Saturday. Very good. Saucy, I just want to shout out Saucy for pushing hard on Facebook, which is cool, and several other people. I think this is DK. He uploaded DK's video to Facebook. I think he's been doing it a lot with even our videos and other people's videos. So that's pretty cool. I'm not using Facebook. That is a line I'm not crossing for me. But if you are into it, you should definitely join it. I think there's a Facebook chat too with Seb as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we already talked about that. They're really on. Definitely check that out. What if instead of calling them sofas, we call them Murads? That's probably the best one you've said so far.
You know,
Murad is really comfy.
Speaking of comfy Murads, I think. How do I share my screen?
You need to do. There's a way to do it, but I think I think it's at the bottom, right? I believe it's at the bottom
Oh.
part.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. Never mind. I'm having trouble with it.
What are you trying to show?
What?
What are you trying to show?
the Murad pillow, the full body size Murad pillow.
Can you send it to me? I'll show it. I don't mind.
When was this from? This was from this was from when people were selling things to buy more SPX. And someone said they sold their Murad pillow for more SPX. Slow look that up. What? We get to sit on my yes.
Okay. Dubbing just confirmed he's going to be at the South Carolina conference, Carolina Aeon conference.
Oh yeah.
So that's good news.
That could have been S&P 500 hater hype. I'm not sure, but it could have been.
Did you send it to me? I'm sorry, I was distracted.
No, my computer's being all funky.
Oh, okay, whatever. That's fine. If somebody else finds it, send it to me. I will show it. I see your typing to me, Matt. I can answer the price point on that Aeon's question. Anyways, I think Matt's answering the Reddit question. Yeah, W's coming to SC. Yeah, he's going to be on the AI panel with Tony, who created the flipthestockmarket.com website, which is pretty cool. Tony works for Google. Technically, well, I think he technically works for YouTube specifically, but they use a lot of AI stuff. And Dubbing is very AI centered, so they're going to be on the panel together. So it should be good.
I don't know.
I think Cal is moderating the AI panel. I asked Cal to do that. But
at the South Carolina conference. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've got to list it down. I can't actually remember.
Monj, are you making it? I totally don't remember.
He is.
Hell yeah.
He better be. He's doing a talk.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, he's doing like a full 30-minute talk, aren't you, Monj?
Well, I don't think it's gonna be 30 minutes, but it's up to 30 minutes is what I've got down.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it might be shorter. At least that's what he told me. Yeah, Tony and Dubbing and Cal are going to be on the. Cal's going to moderate it, come up with questions to ask and stuff. Because I didn't want to moderate as many as I did last time. I'm only moderating one this time, and I'm not on any panels. I'm just going to moderate the first panel. That's it. I could. Excuse me. Let me actually show this off. My agenda here. Someone has to eat the fucking chili and freak out on live. What?
We could do an Aeon version of the hot ones.
Oh, that's an idea. Okay, so we have Cal doing the opening presentation. Jesse, Batman, Nick, and I got you down slow. I think I confirmed with you. Maybe I didn't. On the multi-generational panel, so you'll be
as long as I am at the conference, I'm more than happy to be on the panel. For sure.
Well, hopefully
I'm planning on being at the conference, but you never know with life,
Well, if you can't, I'm sure we can find somebody to sub in for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll be moderating that one. And then Cesarin, Jeffrey, and Askara are doing an SPX culture panel, and Juice is moderating that. And then Monj is doing his presentation. And then Taylor, Juice, and Eduardo, Lord of the Meme Coins, most people know him as. And Useless is going to Useless Flame or Benevolent Blaze, or I can't remember.
Yeah,
or moderating that. And then we're doing an open mic, and Useless is going to start that. It's going to be like just an open thing where people can say their thoughts. It's kind of an interesting idea. I think it'll go well, but that's why I asked Useless. It was his idea actually, and I asked him to to start it, because we just need somebody to start it, and the conversation should flow okay. And
Yeah.
Tony and Dubbing and Cal are going to do the AI thing, and then after that we're going to hang out, do karaoke, eat, drink, board games from 6 to 10. So, or however long people stay. We can actually stay till 11. That's the cool thing. So. Trap number, you're coming. I can't remember. I can't remember if you are or not. I lose track. Wait, what does it say? I can help moderate or sit on any pounds of DB. Just wanted to make sure everyone else had. Yeah. I'll put you if somebody falls through. We'll get you. Everybody's confirmed. Except Slow. I don't think I ever asked you, but I just put you down. I assumed you were coming, but
yeah. No, I think you did. At some point.
It's been a while ago.
I definitely don't want to miss it if I can help it.
Yeah.
I was bummed I got to miss that I missed the Miami conference, and I would kill to be at the Amsterdam one, but
those flights are expensive, dude.
That's a ways.
Dude, I was looking, thinking, oh, I could probably just go. Fuck it. The flights are just crazy expensive.
They really are.
It's like 1,200, I think I saw, or 1,500. I can't remember.
Probably around there. Definitely.
Oh, you wish? Yeah, I wish you could come, Trev. Yeah, I think I got you. DCA Aeon's coming. I think I got you all mixed up.
I'm too poor for international travel. Yeah, join the club, Nika.
Got to fill in all these flights. About to get bananas. I need to book all my stuff still. That's true. Yeah, with all the fuel, oil crap. It's definitely true. Yeah, if you are going somewhere, you probably should go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are coming, are you gonna fly or are you gonna try to drive? So
me, just drive.
Yeah, you're not that far away, really. It's like what, 10 hours?
Yeah, something like that. It may not even be that long. I would need to really double check, but it's probably around there.
You're in Arkansas?
Definitely within driving distance.
Arkansas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, if I could drive, I would be driving it too if you can. If you live within 10 or 12, even 15, I'd probably go for it, but saves a lot of money.
Laugh my fucking ass off, Henry. Oh shit, you're that guy from Arcane's video.
Wait, where are you looking at? Which comment?
Henry Buckets said, "Oh shit, you're that guy from Arcane's video." And then Hype said, "Laugh my fucking ass off."
Yeah, we were both on there, but he gave you the regular body. He gave me Murad's body. I was looking, I was like, "Why am I skinny? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, and it's your face that's saying the whole mushroom trip thing.
It looks fucking strange. It looks so strange. And he's like, "Yeah, I gave you Murad's body." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
It was a trippy video, that's for sure. For saying deported.
Okay, so Matt wanted to answer the question about the price action stuff, and he messaged me on the side. He said it has to do with in regards to that Reddit post. It has to do with the demand side of the equation. Our supply side looks fantastic. If there's absolutely no bid on Bitcoin, and there isn't right now, why would you expect a bid on SPX? And that was kind of what we mentioned.
Right.
It's a general crypto problem. If you think the bid will come back, he says, I know it will. I've been doing this for long enough and have been here before. Then you need to make your judgments after the bid comes back. So don't judge until the bid comes back, essentially. When the bid comes back, this all changes. The things that move fastest will be the things most tightly constrained. So that's basically what Murad said, too.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Agreed. Bullish. I told myself I wasn't gonna drink this episode because I was like, I need to really try a little bit harder, maybe because Murad's gonna be on. I still drank 2 beers
For what? Oh, the
because then I realized it's like I don't need to give him special treatment. I should drink as normal.
That's right. That's right.
I do better when I drink. And when I don't drink, I can get uptight sometimes. I need to drink a little. It helps me. So I'm naturally an introvert, actually.
Yeah. Me too. I'm sure Murad is too.
Yeah, drinking a little bit helps.
It was fun to see a couple of smiles out of Murad.
So he laughed.
He did. Yeah.
You got him to laugh. That's what you said. That was your goal. It happened.
I didn't even have to pull out the big guns.
I mean, I forgot when you mentioned SPX, he could just rattle it off, man. The next thing I knew, I was like, "Oh, we're like 35 minutes into it."
Dude, I thought it was really funny. I don't even remember what I asked him. And he was like, "I have a 14-point answer, 0.1." I was like, "Holy shit, this dude is autistic."
The other thing that he said
incredible.
The other thing he said that was funny. He's I don't know if I'm saying it right. He said, this is what I think. I mean, it's a bit of an autistic way to put it or something like that. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
In an autistic way or something. Yeah, sorry, Aeon girl. I did not show him furry, Murad. I know somebody mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I think it was hype. Oh, yeah, hype. So you didn't send it to me. I told you to. You didn't do it. That's your fault. I would have done it. I showed him flying through the air. So that's my favorite one. So that's what I showed him.
And my computer is Aeon girl, my computer is having issues. Okay. Can't help it. Also, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Things went a little haywire when Krishna and Jeffery both couldn't show up all of a sudden.
Oh my god, dude. That stressed me out a little bit. I was like, how?
No one shows up for the Murad.
We haven't had 2 missing in like a long time. I don't even know if it's happened before. I don't know. We've always had at least, I think it was at least 2 since we started doing it this way. So, oh well, life happens. That's why I have all 3 y'all. So,
real. Always got to have a backup.
Yep.
Got to have a backup plan.
Always. I think it was better with just the 2 of you, no side characters. That's rude, man.
No side.
That is rude. That is rude. It is old. This is a classic end of the Cognisphere episode 1.
Episode 1.
I think you did episode 4. I think we did 2 before.
I think you're right. Yeah, because I want to say it wasn't Ifty the second one. Yes. Ifty or Monge, right?
Ifty was Monge was 6th one.
6th?
So I did. I asked you to do it. I asked Ifty to do it. I asked Krishna, and then I think Jeffery, and then you came back, and then it was Monge, and then we did the full thing. I knew at first I thought I was going to do a different guest like every week. That was my first thought.
Right.
Actually, my first thought was I was just going to get up here and ask, does somebody want to join? And then I realized I was probably not going to work. And then luckily I changed courses on that.
Putting a lot on the line to just
I guess it would be more like a call-in show is my thought.
Yeah.
I don't think that was smart. But anyways, then I asked you to do it. And then we did the one for a while. And then I was just like, I remember when I initially said, I was like, hey, if basically every week y'all can all join or one of you can join or like it's open invitation. And then it's just become everybody tries to make it when they can.
Right.
And then we started doing the guest thing. I think that's been a lot better.
Yeah.
Trying to get a guest.
Well, it's just fun to get more like diverse thoughts and opinions. And in some ways, not in like every way by any means, but like in some ways, it kind of feels like maybe what Murad said about like sometimes you feel like you're kind of just repeating yourself over again sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's always really good to hear a fresh voice and fresh perspectives, and so it's cool. I really love seeing like the guests coming on and getting people's opinions on things.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
And it kind of feels better in a way too. Like it just feels more like what SPX is, of just like a bunch of people getting together and hanging out and figuring things out. And
yep. Yeah, it's cool. And the other thing is, like when I do Persist Forever, it's a very different vibe than
totally. Yeah.
That's why I keep doing it, because I keep thinking, do I even need to do that anymore? But it's very different.
Right.
The feel of it is different. So
Right.
that's why, and I enjoy doing it, dude. So if I didn't enjoy it, I would quit doing it.
And I think everyone loves it. I mean, I love watching the interviews when I have time. And I never see them all. I probably haven't even seen the majority of them. But
I hope you haven't. There's way too many. I know some people have. I think some people have seen them all, which is impressive. But they've kept up with it since day one. I mean, if you haven't kept up with it, you're not going to see them all at this point. There's too many.
Right. But they are good. They're a lot of fun. I watched the one with Jasper recently. What else did I watch? There was another one.
Nika.
That was such a fun. I had a lot of fun watching that.
Yeah,
I love Nika, man. His shit is hilarious.
I'm working on getting Vasily on now. Because
Vasily, yeah.
I had it in mind for a while, and I just kept forgetting and putting just not thinking.
Sure.
And then now he's doing the YouTube thing. I definitely want to. There's Nika right there. What's up?
Love you, Nika.
We'll have to get you on into the Cognisphere at some point.
Yeah, dude. For real. That would be awesome.
I'd mentioned that before, but yeah.
Very, very excited for what you got planned, Nika.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward to your fun ideas.
Cool. Will we put up the wheat pasta? Oh, posters up for a bounty.
Yeah. Did you see that post?
By Hype.
The posters, and
I do remember seeing that. 1 second. Let's see here. Yep. Bring it up.
it's pretty cool. I like the design so far. Hype, is that like, I don't know what the fuck wheat paste is, bro. What is that? What is wheat paste?
Also, where's that QR code go? I'm just curious.
Probably Hype's wallet.
It's
Hype's tip wallet.
Hype's drainer. Drained, bitch. Do the link tree, okay.
Yeah, the poster is dope. And
yeah, definitely.
In the comments too, I think Seb was talking about, Hector was saying he'd put them up. Dude, I'll put them up too whenever we figure that out. What if instead of wheat paste, we called it Murad paste? We could. Hey, seriously, what is wheat paste? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is either.
Am I gonna have to Google wheat paste?
Oh, it's just paste.
Okay.
You're just saying so you could paste the poster?
Okay. I thought it was like maybe some sort of art style that he's making this poster in. Just started talking. We're gonna start something cool. Oh, Monch. Me and S&P 500 hater just started talking. We're gonna start something cool. we'll definitely need some help from the Cognisphere content creators. Hey, that sounds cool. I don't know what that's going to be, but I love the both of you.
Monge
Oh,
and S&P 500.
that sounds awesome.
That's I guess me and S&P 500. That's a combo I wouldn't have thought coming. I like that. They don't get gross when they get wet. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Think like CoffeeZilla type, where I orate his articles and we have like content. Because he's going down that deep research stuff, and you're. I know Mon just did into that stuff too. That makes sense. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is a good team up, man.
I do like that.
This is a good team up.
I do like that. That is neat.
I love that idea too of like we're rating his articles and there being content.
Oh yeah, I also want to shout out Flip the Stock Market. I did not bring that up either. So they're going to be back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern with Monge, Cal, and Matt, and then Tans is taking a break for a period of time on a side quest, and Ebby is going to take his place. And Ebby's been doing really good content. I actually did an episode with him. It hasn't come out yet. It'll be out in a couple weeks, but he's insanely smart, like crazy smart. He's also a neuro doctor, not a surgeon, neuro doctor, whatever. And so incredibly smart dude. So I think that'll be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I really like Ebby a lot. He is definitely a smart guy, and he's been super consistent on TikTok for a long time now, which is really cool.
Well, it's kind of funny. He was talking about trying to step up his content when we were talking on the episode, and then it's like perfect, kind of perfect timing. He's not going to do the Flip the Stock Market, so
for sure.
Crypto, the most retarded. Nah.
I mean, someone has to be.
You're not even denying it. You're not even gonna be like, yeah, you're not a retard.
Hey, I'm slow. Okay, I'm allowed to call people retarded when they're suggesting it. You know, stop spamming me inward. Yeah, you just embrace it. You know, I mean, I get it. People love making fun of me. I don't know why. It's my voice or my laugh or something, or just overall demeanor.
You don't want to have a panel of 4 guys trying to one up each other. That's the worst.
That is true.
Which none of them do that, but I'm just saying, I've seen podcasts like crypto podcasts before, with like 4 dudes who are just like sitting there trying to big dick each other.
It's just a dick measuring contest.
It's so annoying. Like, well, blah 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 blah, well, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's so annoying. You know what I'm talking
about? The average crypto podcast, 4 dudes, blah 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 blah.
No, actually,
a lot of big words.
You forgot about the macro. If you're taking that into account, you might would have won, bitch. You might would have won on that short. Damn it.
Oh man.
Well, I like to have a small position in this because it really helps bring out the beta in my portfolio.
Yeah.
Oh, in a fully diversified portfolio, we do recommend about a 2% Bitcoin exposure. And if you're feeling a little crazy, maybe a 2% exposure within that 2% in crypto. And if you're feeling really, really crazy, maybe a 1% of a 0.5% in SPX 6900 within that 2%.
If you're feeling really bullish,
just one tiny coin, and you'll be doing all right.
Oh man. Oh. Cow's going for the videocracy, I see. Videocracy maxing.
what? What are you referring to? Did I miss something?
Just on X.
Oh, I see. Cal was doing shorts for a bit. I think he quit. Something about a family member said something to him. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I wish you'd do them again, but they were really good, actually.
They were good. I know Cal's been really busy with IRL stuff. That's what he keeps saying.
Yeah.
I believe him.
The way he was doing them, though, is like he was like just walking down the street and just recording some random bullshit. Which I think, if you don't have time but you want to do it, just do that. Just as you're walking down the street or whatever, just record it real quick. And then TikTok, like shorts, I think it's better if you plan them out a bit. But honestly, just showing your real thoughts real quick goes a long way on TikTok. They don't have to be edited. Just fucking whatever.
Yeah. For sure.
You never know when something will go viral. I remember Cal did one like in 2 seconds, and he told me about that, or he had mentioned it, told everybody that, and it got like 50,000 or 100,000 views, and it was just like a whatever thing.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're being real and you're being raw, like you don't know what is gonna connect with people and what can just go viral out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah, dude, it was 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly. It was just whatever, blah, 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 blah. Hit like a bunch of views. So if you are thinking about making the short form content, it could be as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. And honestly, the simpler probably does better.
Dude, the best consistency I ever had on TikTok was when I was just taking a screenshot of a tweet from X every day. And that's all I did. I took a screenshot, added music to it, posted it on TikTok. I did that for like a month straight. And those were doing better than anything else I've ever tried doing. It's kind of crazy sometimes what
it can be frustrating if you're
the laziest. Yeah, the laziest method is actually the most effective sometimes.
Yeah,
you put hours of work into making like a really good video, and it gets 100 views. But
that does suck because you do. I mean, that's why with the ones I do, it's like a formula now. I don't even think about it. I just create them as fast as possible and put it out there because you never know when one will do okay. I've never had one. I think the most I ever got with one was like 20,000 views, and it took me like 5 minutes to make. It was it wasn't a podcast one. It was like it was one of those ones I did for a while where I was taking like retro videos, like high school, like old high. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, sure.
That one of them randomly did like 20,000 views, which was pretty good. That was the best I'd ever had short wise. I've never had a really big one, but some of my shorts, when we were very TikTok focused and everybody was trying to do it for a while,
right?
I was consistently getting about 500 to 1,000 views. What's weird is I went for a while, it shrunk like my formula shorts, which I do now. It was like down to like 150 to 200 views very consistently. TikTok was. Instagram was about the same level. Then YouTube was consistently getting 1,000. Recently, it's flipped again. Now my TikToks are doing closer to 1,000. And my YouTube's doing about 200. So I have no idea what triggers what. I think it's just like whatever the algorithm is. I don't know. I have no idea.
I kind of think so too, to some extent, that I think the algorithm is always kind of changing and like updating, and I don't know I think being consistent is the most likely way to like have consistent results, because I think in a lot of ways it's like you don't know what's gonna connect with people. You don't know what algorithms are gonna push people to your content, or vice versa, or whatever.
And I will say I did get a slap on the wrist with TikTok because I uploaded a meme video with Alex Jones in it. It was a funny video, had nothing to do with anything else. Alex Jones wouldn't even say anything.
Oh, yeah.
That's a warning too. If you do upload a TikTok, you should not include Alex Jones in your videos, or they will say it's dangerous or whatever. And that one I tried to argue with them, and they kept it. But I do believe after that happened, that is when the views started going down. I think maybe there was like a temporary banning of me. I don't know. That's my conspiracy.
Yeah.
That it might have like shadow banned me a bit because of that. I don't really know though.
Yeah.
But who's considering you 133K in Aeon? Who are you talking about? Oh, Hector. Who are you talking about? What are you talking about? 133K in an Aeon Hector. I don't remember that.
Was that
I thought that was I thought that wasn't Hector. I thought that was fuck, what's his name?
I'm blanking on it because it's a common ETH
something.
ETHtician.
Ethetician or something like that, yeah.
I remember the IRL comp hype.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I've lost track of that. The IRL competition.
Was it Hector that won?
I didn't
guess
know
so.
that.
I don't
Sorry,
remember
hype.
who won. I just remember the thing.
Seb came second. Cool. Hey, well, you helped get Seb into it then. If that's what got him started, so that's cool. That was a good job. And Hector does a good bit. I mean, nobody does as much as Seb. Let's be real, but yeah, Ethetician with the trucks. He got first in the TikTok competition because of the trucks thing.
Right.
I think. And then Instagram, I don't remember who got first.
I don't remember either.
I think I got fifth on the TikTok, and then like I got fourth on Instagram one. I think something like that.
Hive.
And I bought East winning for way too much.
Yeah, it doesn't hype
Oh,
the
yeah,
Aeon.
you do. Yeah, you want to sell it to me? How much? I'll give you a couple grand for it. Sounds about fair, right? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I wonder how much he spent on it. Did he spend like $8,000?
I know how much he spent on it. I'm not going to say. Yeah, 30K. Yeah, it's fucking insane, dude. Well, you know what? One day it'll pay off. I promise.
One day it'll pay off.
Not today, though.
It will require you to persist forever, however.
Well, I'm sure you made so you can give me 5. I can't fucking sell it. So I can't fucking. So you can give me 5 ETH? Is that what you're saying?
J-Mac.
No, you can't sell it. You can't sell it. I bet somebody would be willing to give you 10 grand for it, though, if you really needed to. I mean, because it is a one of one. I mean, it is amazing. And if you believe in SPX and you also believe in Aeons, and the one of them is going to be worth a shitload. I actually do think you will end up doing well on it. It'll just take time. But then again, I don't think you'd ever sell it anyway, so it's pointless.
I do kind of wish that I had another Aeon that I could sell at some point, but whatever.
How much are they now?
It's a life over greed, whatever.
Speaking of Aeons, how much are they?
I don't know. I almost can't bear myself to look at them because I want to buy more, but
they're not as cheap. They're not the cheapest they've been. I think they've been below point. They're 0.32. I've seen them below 0.3 before for a while. Oh wow, that's a really good one for pretty cheap. Yeah, they're cheap. If you're looking for one, you should definitely. If you don't have one, you should definitely consider getting one. There's really nice ones on the floor too. So, just saying. Don't think it's going to get much cheaper.
0.3. 0.3 ETH. Yeah.
0.3, 0.32, something like that. Whatever. Yeah, they're really fucking cheap right now. So if you're looking for, yeah, like I said, if you don't have one, you should do it. If you're, into SPXs, even remotely close as
Yeah.
much as we are.
If you don't have
Sure.
one and you want one, it's definitely now's a good time.
It's high time. So I mean, I think it's just like 600. It's like $600. What's that in SPX terms? It's like 2,000. Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's undervalued. 2,000 SPX. But yeah, don't cry when they're 2 ETH again. Oh, they're gonna go way above that. Way above that. They'll be worth more than crypto punks. Mark my words. What's a punk worth? 30 ETH or something? It'll be worth more than that. Floor price.
I am excited to see what happens with with Aeon prices, because I could see those just being stupid. I don't know, just go to like stupid valuations, even more than the coins themselves. Because speaking of supply shocks, it's like
That's why I said I think they're undervalued compared to SPX at the moment.
I know.
I think they should be worth. I think Aeon floor times the number of that market cap. If you just take it from the floor, I think it should
Yeah.
be 2% of SPX, which would put it at about 6,000 ish coins. And right now, it's worth about 2,000 coins. So I'd say they're undervalued. They better not go off until before I get mine. Yeah, you'll get one. You'll get one, Nika. I don't think we're going anywhere for a while. That's my opinion. But we have that big. The macro, as they say, is not the greatest at the moment. It's a very sad situation.
Yep. Yeah. No telling when macro will, return to being positive or whatever.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it takes
in some ways it doesn't matter, and in some ways, at some point, the macro is going to turn, and one way or another, there will be liquidity moving into the markets and all of that. But
it'll happen eventually. That's all I'll know. Just who knows when.
I am with Murad, though, to be honest. Like when prices are low, more of the supply gets bought up faster, and that's extremely good for like in terms of long-term health and long-term potential. It is kind of the best thing that could be happening.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So it pays to be patient right now and to just keep stacking.
Yep. For sure. I've told myself if we get, I've got what, 3 Aeons? I think I've got 3. Yeah, 3.
Nice.
If it gets to 0.2 or anywhere near 0.2, I want to buy another one.
Mm-hmm.
If I only had one right now, I would definitely buy another one. I wouldn't even think about it.
Right.
I don't know. I got 3. I don't want to like hoard them. I do kind of buy into that too. Try not to own too many. But shit, send me one. Nika, come on.
Nika, if I was a whale, I would buy.
If I was a whale, I would send you one too, bro. Sorry, I am not such a whale.
Maybe one day I will be a whale, and I can scoop up floor Aeons and pass them off to the well-deserved.
But the thing is, Nika's going to be a whale at that point, so he'll be fine.
That's true. Yeah. If I'm going to be a whale at someday, then the rest of you are in far better.
You're well on your way.
Yeah.
But the problem is, when the price goes up, Aeons are going to go up too. So it's not like price of SPX is going to go up and Aeons are just going to chill there. So
Yeah.
It is a choice.
That's why now's the time.
Choice.
Now's the time. If you can.
I also get people who don't buy any. Like I get just wanting to focus on the coin. I can't argue
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, dude. But I'm just gonna say this.
For the culture.
I'm just gonna say this. When I first started buying it, I looked at the NFTs and I was like, oh, they're pretty cheap, but I don't need them. And then when I saw it hit 2 ETH or whatever it hit, and I was just like, fuck, I should have bought one. I'm just saying you're going to get FOMO pretty bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, at some point.
You will get
At some
FOMO.
point, they definitely will. And there's way less. What is it? I mean, there's 3.4% listed right now
Yeah.
on OpenSea.
Yep.
It's not very much. Not very much. Only
Nigga
3,300.
said, "Fine, I'll start browsing." Fine, I'll start browsing. Yeah, you should definitely. You should at least browse. You should window shop at least.
At least window shop. It'll get you in the mood to buy one within 24
I have to
hours.
say, if you window shop too long and if you got the money, you're definitely gonna buy one. You're not even gonna think about it. But hey, or Velas, hello.
And Aeon translates into a lot of free cult labor. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Also, do love
Ooh.
Mike's done a lot of work with the Aeon builder. I think
Yeah.
that's great too. Some people will never be able to afford one; they're just out of their price range. So
No, right, for sure.
it's awesome.
For sure. I do love that. I really do love Mike's Aeon builder. It's very cool that anyone who wants to put the girl on can, like, right away if you want to.
You know, there's this other NFT collection. I think you should hoard those two. Something by what's his name again? I can't remember.
You mean fucking Evan Hilton?
Hype, I've heard, has hundreds of them.
He bought them all and then burned them all just to be a dick.
Dude, the way it works, you could do that like instantly.
Just handing out ideas. We are the ideas guys.
That would be.
Sounds like he's working on it, Cal. It sounds like Vasili's coming in. Hopefully soonish.
Yeah, I need to DM him. So soonish. What time is it in Russia right now? I wonder if I just was curious if that would even make sense.
How many time zones exist in Russia?
Thank you. Yeah, it's not really. I think he lives near Moscow. I think
his videos are good. He's very good at just high quality video production.
Oh yeah, it's way too. When we start, it's like 3 a.m. So not happening.
Dang, is it really?
Yeah. Unless I'm wrong and he lives.
There's just vodka and not vodka. In Mother Russia, time checks you. That's true.
So yeah, I can't sub just forever with him though, because I'm more flexible there. That's why I had all those Europeans recently. Won't persist forever. Trying to get them in. It's annoying. I have to do it on Saturdays, but
yeah.
You know, I was thinking about it. Me and you have never done a persist forever. It seems kind of retarded to do one now, but
I know. Actually, I've thought about that, but then I've thought, people hear me talk enough already.
But it is a different format.
It is a different format. That's true.
You don't have all these people chirping, and you don't have all my random questions I come up with.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe
one day I'll get lucky enough to be invited onto your show.
You're not high priority, I have to say. You're not high priority.
I'm glad I'm not. There's so many other people who don't get enough FaceTime.
Yeah. Ooh,
truly,
I got an idea. If you do come to Carolina Aeon conference, which you should, but if you do, we could do one there.
Oh yeah, that actually would be fun. That'd be cool.
In-person one.
Yeah. In person. Oh, dude. Shit's heating up.
It's crazy. Crazy idea.
I like it. What?
I was gonna say we should record the after party, basically. After the event, we should record, somehow make something out of that too. That'd be fun.
For sure. Yeah. I'm sure we can think of something.
There's going to be, they all want to do karaoke. I'm not sure who's going to participate in it, but
yeah,
that would be fun to watch.
Hype. I don't know if I'm going to eat a Carolina Reaper on stream, but there was one time where I had it was called Mad Dog hot sauce, and I think it was like 100-year anniversary special edition or whatever. And it was, if I remember right, it was over 2 million Scoville. And I wasn't prepared. I put one drop on like a bite of a chip or whatever. And within a few minutes, I mean, I was like white. I was sweating. I was like, I had a coworker walk into the room and he was like, "Are you about to be sick?" It was just, it was unreal. It was unreal. I didn't know what was happening. It was insane.
You're just about to black out, feeling kind of.
I honestly, yeah, it was like, am I about to puke? Am I about to pass out? Am I about to shit my pants while I'm just like sweating profusely? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I don't want to do
yeah,
that.
exactly. Imagine the
I
content.
imagine the content. Yeah, I don't want to do that again. All these motherfuckers trying to peer pressure me into eating
shave your mustache, eat peppers.
I mean, we could do like a hot ones though. I'd be willing to do like a hot one.
You're talking about realistic hot, not retardedly hot.
No, I mean, like we could get maybe retardedly hot, you know.
Wait, how hot? I mean, I've never actually watched a full one. How hot do they get there?
Well, I don't really know. I don't remember. I've seen a handful of them for sure. I mean, they're really funny.
Yeah, I don't want to just eat a straight up pepper. That's just awful.
Imagine passing out and shitting your pants in front of the entire Cognisphere. Yeah, it'll. I mean, that's practically already happened. So, I passed out. I passed out the first time you and I did a podcast, Chad. I don't remember that at all, and I probably shit myself too. So
it's unreleased. We actually did do it. I just didn't release it.
In the director's cut version, it's
it's on my Patreon. You have to pay. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, should we wrap it up? I'm getting tired.
I am too. It was good talking to everyone. I wanted to take advantage of the extra peoples today. We appreciate y'all coming on. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I'm very, very close. And thanks, Lo, for being here. Thank you, everybody. All righty. Until next week. Talk to y'all later.
Love you guys.